Hey, I wanted to do a quick video on a project I just finished up. I was trying to clear out some of my cabinets by removing canned food from the cabinets. It makes it hard to access the canned food and figure out what you've got because it's so far back in the cabinet that you can't tell what you bought recently as opposed to what's been in there a while and all that. So I went on YouTube like most of you guys do, and I found several videos. They're all pretty informative, and I got what I needed. I just wanted to show you. It's kind of some redundancy because I just wanted to show you what I did, which is virtually what many of them have done. But let me turn the camera around. Okay, so this is um, the canned food dispenser that I made. You'll notice if you look at other videos that it's pretty much like others you've seen. I ended up with 4 banks per section, and I made the bottom one a little bit bigger for the larger cans. I probably needed 2 of these, but this is a full 8 feet tall, so it makes it a little challenging to get to the top, but not impossible. Just the cans that we use less frequently go into that bank. The common cans go there, and the bigger cans go here. Just some quick measurements. So across the face, this is using 3/4 inch material, 3/4 inch pine. It cost me about $100 to make this. You'll want to go to 22 inches. Okay, I went to 24 inches, and this last section is wider than is useful. So go to 22 inches in width, and then you can make each section as tall as you want. I went with 30 inches, 30 inch per section. You can do whatever suits you. Depends on how much variety you wanted. I wanted 3 sections because I wanted to have at least 12 different varieties of cans. So the main can dispenser, you want to be at 3.5 inches deep because your cans are a little less than that, and you want some wiggle room. So the cans are 3 inches. And then each section, if you use 22 inch as your full measurement, each section will be just right at 4 3/4, which is perfect because your can itself is 4.5, so that gives you just the right amount of wiggle room to make the cans drop in. They do. Sand as much as possible before assembling makes it easier, but you can sand afterwards too. For the larger cans, measure your cans to be sure, but for your larger cans, I went 4.5 deep. Now they don't make any of this lumber to come into this exact amount, so although the 3.5 did, but you basically you're going to do some ripping and all that, so you have to have some carpentry skills. The lip on this wood that helps retain the can sits up 1/4 inch higher than the surface the can lays in, and that's just enough to keep the can from popping over the top and dispensing itself. And it's held in place by that lip and the weight of the cans above it. So the more cans you stack in there, the more the can is forced down and prevents it from coming over the top of the lip. Make sure there's enough room here to get a can out, and make sure there's enough room at the top to put a can in. These can really be as far apart as you want them. I wanted less can visible, so it looked more inconspicuous. I mean, there's no way to hide 120 cans stacked up on your wall, but that helps a little bit. And yeah, so that's basically it. And see what else. The back in behind this can, I dropped some scrap wood, just a block of 3/4 inch square stock, and I dropped it in there. You might be able to see it. Yeah, I think you can. And what that does is it forces the last can that hits the bottom to jut out toward the face here and be ready for dispense. So I'll show you. Actually, I'm going to show you with a lower can because they're easier to load. So here's my corn. You pull it out. Oh, yeah, look at that. Okay, let's try that again. So pull it out, the next one dispenses, and it works pretty good. Here's one here. Pull it out, next one. And what it does is you're always eating your oldest product, so you're keeping the food rotation good. and so you're rotating your food. Nothing ever expires in your cabinet because it's sat at the back. You can see what you need, so you know what to buy to replace. It's easy to count up. I need 2 of those to get full, and so on. And so you can always keep track. If you have more variety, you have to build more cabinets, but you may not want to go 8 foot tall. Depends on your area. If you've got a high shelf, you might just build up to the bottom of that shelf and then use that shelf area for boxes and such, and just retain the lower area for your can. I kept mine off the floor a little bit so that cleaning and mopping wasn't going to get debris on my cans. And that's it. And I notched out the back of the cabinet so it sat over the trim mold on the wall, and I didn't have to worry about that at all. That's pretty much it. Like I said, this is not going to be a full plan video. You can find other videos that'll be more helpful, but if you've got basic carpentry skills, this is well within your ability. I'm sure this will be something that you can add to your food pantry to make the most of the room in your house. All right.